Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Aman's Unfiltered Season 2. I don't know if you guys remember in Season 1, we had these two guys who I called them Mr. Know-It-All, Open Encyclopedia, and logical means, everything to them. But now, we are going to start round 2 of this rapid fire chaos. So I'm going to welcome them back to my show. You guys want to reintroduce yourselves?
My pleasure. Please.
My pleasure is to who yourself are.
To him.
He just handed it over to me. Fine. Hi everyone, Harpem here. Great seeing you guys again. Thank you for bringing me and making me the third wheel as usual.
As usual. This time it's on video. So we
always
have
wanted to be recorded.
Really. What about you? Hello, my dear husband.
Hi, I'm the dear husband, Nivit. Nice to be back. Nice to be on the mic again. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay. Again, the same rule applies, okay? 2.5 minutes per question.
I don't think it applied last time, but
Okay.
it went way more than 2.5 minutes.
It did because I had to split the episode into 2 parts.
Yeah.
So, I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but if it does, well, audience, be aware.
We'll play
So it's
fast
gonna
and
be-
loose with that for now.
Okay, I'm gonna jump right in because you two take too long. And I hope this time,
First time a girl's ever complained about that.
Yes.
that's whatever said. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Is free speech still free if it offends someone?
Yeah, it's still free. Doesn't mean just because it's free doesn't mean it's good speech. Doesn't mean you should say it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you can accept free speech, you should also be able to accept the consequences of your freedom. I
Okay.
think that's a lot of things people forget about. You can say whatever you want, but guess what? You will also have to be okay with the consequences. Just like in Thailand, there are things you can say, and there are things you
cannot say.
Correct.
What about you?
Recently, I think there was assassination that happened in the United States. Someone politically on the far right. And also that was because of...
They're not in Thailand, right?
They're not in Thailand.
You can say their name.
It's okay. I don't, again, see, free speech comes with consequences like what you say. So I don't know who leans what, but I still agree that free speech should be allowed, as in criticism should be allowed,
Right.
no matter what. And criticism of government, criticism of ruling power, criticism of financial, economical system should be allowed. But it seems that we're heading in the direction that it's getting less and less.
But here's a caveat to that, right?
Okay.
I do like to add the caveat.
Please do. Tell me when you don't.
Free speech, like, make whatever speech you want, say whatever you want, but say it with a purpose. Say it with an intention. Like, if you're just gonna say shit just to complain, like, what's the point? Like, you're gonna try to say things to make change make sense. You're trying to achieve something with that speech.
So
you're trying to
which
get
one-
an end result.
So which one is more in today's world?
Keyboard warriors. I think people are saying shit just to say shit. Correct. Just to say it. Like, for what purpose though?
Right.
Like, why? What's the point of your statement? Are you trying to make a point? Are you trying to move a topic forward? Are you trying to convince someone? Or are you just saying it because you can?
All the above.
Yeah, I think that doesn't make... You have to have an objective. I think that's my point, right?
Right.
You have to have an objective when you say stuff.
Okay.
To voice out is to have a purpose. If that purpose is just to harm, then accept the consequences of that harmful purpose. But if that purpose is for the greater good, then the consequences will show such. Right?
Hey. Not bad. You guys did well.
2.5 minutes?
More. A bit more.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Next question.
I'm glad you like 2.5 minutes.
But I don't like 2.5 men. I
No,
like
2.5 minutes, if that's the standard, I'm good.
A 3.5, 3.5 something? Like, how's that work? 2 guys and a midget?
I'm sure Charlie Sheen is very experienced in that department. But okay,
Alright.
should people with no children have a say in parenting laws or education policies?
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
See, that's why these guys are on my show.
You're like, I'm sorry, like, that's like me saying I should have like a say on having periods. Like, I don't have experience with it. And parenting is just one of those things. Well, first of all, you can already get a lot of parents, like, majority of the world are parents, you know. You can get so many people who with practical experience on this topic. Why do you want to get comments from people who don't have any experience parenting on parenting?
What if they're counselors or school teachers then?
No, then they're trained professional, right? That's different.
No, Harpem's expression says otherwise.
Yeah, but most of the time counselors are there to help you achieve something, to help you go through your roadblocks and problems, right? I highly doubt there are counselors out there who are helping, like, who don't have experience being parents, helping parents parent better. Right, those are very different type of counseling. Most people go to therapists and most people go to counseling to fix the problems that they have so that they become better parents. That's a side effect. They also become better human beings.
Right.
But not to become better parents. So sticking to what you are asking specifically, and even about policies and things like that, like, yeah, get a parent to do it. You get much better insights.
Oh, wait. Okay. Can I ask though? Suppose I own a coffee shop. Let's give an example. One person owns a coffee shop. They don't have kids. And if they imply a rule that kids cannot be loud inside, is that part of your question? I mean, like, is the part of the question you're asking is, do they have a say in how the parents govern their kids?
Should they?
Yeah, that's their space, right? Right to them.
Yeah.
So my point would be is that if you're talking about public policy, then no, they shouldn't have any, like, they can input, their point as a non-parent, but they can't input their point as to govern parents.
Yeah.
So you're trying to say that if business owners with no children should not put a rule out there?
No. They absolutely have a right to put a rule out there. It's their space. It's their whatever. My point is that I think those who aren't parents or don't have kids should have a say from the other spectrum, other side, other point of view of the non-parents. Because going forward, I think we're going to reach a generation where there are going to be less and less parents going forward, right?
Okay, what makes you say that?
I think the statistics is showing now, right, that every country, every population are having less and less kids as time goes by per capita.
Kids.
Yeah, so in general as a population, we are reproducing less and less. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, it will come a point in time where the majority of the population will be the non-kids as well. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, but I would be concerned if those ones are the ones making policies.
Yes,
especially public policies around people who do have children.
You know what I really like? Okay, I'm sorry for saying this. Even I have kids. I love my kids, but you know what? Like the world needs airplanes that are just catered to
no kids.
Yeah.
So are you trying to be Gordon Ramsay for
no kids on an airplane?
Wouldn't that be a peaceful flight?
You can price them out, sell business class or first class tickets. Most kids don't fly that anyways. Airlines would make more money as well.
Okay, so buy me a business class ticket next time. Okay.
Yeah. I guarantee you're not going to buy business class tickets for your 2 kids as well.
Hell no.
Exactly. There you go. You got your filter.
Okay. Done. Should your partner know your phone passwords?
You know my phone password.
She didn't ask whether you know it or not. Huh? She asked whether you should know it or not. That's
no. I told her anyways. So
you believe that partners should have access to?
No, I don't believe so. I allowed so, but I don't believe so. I believe that I think people should have their own private space. But if you are requested.
But I've never requested.
I know. I gave you my phone password in a situation where I regret. I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to say that I regret. Let's say that For me, I give anyways.
This is fun.
Yes. But for the general public, I think that people deserve their private space if they want to.
Yeah, each their own, right?
Mm.
They're not everyone's the same.
Okay, I don't want each own. I want your opinion, Harpem.
Of course, you gave your password to your
I
wife.
gave my password.
Yes.
Of course I gave my password. She knows everything. I literally have an Excel file with all of my passwords. No, I don't have an Excel file.
Yes.
with all my passwords.
Why are you announcing that?
No, I have essentially a password manager with all of my passwords, and I gave her the access to the main password manager account. Why? Because if anything does happen to me, all my banking information, my insurance information, my documents, all that stuff needs to be there.
Yeah.
And it needs to be accessible. And this is just part of in case shit happens planning.
In
That's
case
it.
it happens.
No, then I have to ask back. I mean, if you represent the general population of female married women now, are you going to allow your husband answer for the general population? Yeah, are you going to allow the husbands to keep their passwords? Do you feel that that is hiding information, or are you saying that that's their private space?
To a certain amount, I do believe having a private space is very important.
Is the phone a good private space?
No.
But here's the other thing.
Have your own bed corner, have your own shows, have your own toilet time.
Let's distinguish between the two.
Okay.
Having access to the phone and password and using that authority or using that right all the time, they're very big differences.
No, you don't misuse it, right? You don't go and spy
Correct.
into it. You don't go into his WhatsApp or thing and see who each
Exactly.
not
So I
gonna
think there is a
happen.
difference. So answering your original question,
Yes.
right? Should I think yes, should.
For emergency cases,
For any case, correct,
case.
yes.
Yeah, but not
But
a spying, guys.
Whether you should be checking your husband's phone
No.
on a daily basis
No.
and going through his WhatsApp message on a daily basis, that's where the
Breach
icky
of-
factor comes
yeah.
in. Yeah, that's the cringe part. That's
Yeah.
I'm trusting you with this, but why are you not trusting me
The
by
trust
looking
factor.
into everything I'm doing on a daily basis? That's weird.
The trust factor is not
Correct.
there then, yeah.
Yeah, but see, access to the phone, right? Phone is right now your source that goes through every inquiry that you're making, what you want to know, what you want to find
Of
out,
course.
right? So it's like piercing through your mind at that length of time. To a
Just
certain-
ask us. We're
Yeah.
pretty open in general.
So you guys are pretty...
Yeah, but there will be
open.
guys who aren't open.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
fair enough.
So-
Then that's the problem with their relationship from the start. Right,
Of
there's
course.
something there that they need to be fixed, and not the phone password.
So
the problem.
supposedly, you leave your phones in the bathroom forgetfully, and then the wives walk in, and then they're showering or whatever. Do you have the sense of fear like she could be going through my phone?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Mm.
Okay, great. Next.
But those who have a fear is a telltale sign. Yeah.
Hmm.
Of something deeper. Sorry, guys.
Cake. I give me cake lawang na ka. Okay.
Just get a second phone.
I have 3 phones.
Which for your 2.5 men, right? Yeah. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it's 1.5. One's a flip.
We're done. We're done.
Okay,
We're
go on,
2.5
go on.
minutes and over. Is forgiveness overrated or essential for growth?
Ooh.
Ooh, both of you had the same reaction.
In what context?
No,
Forgiveness?
general.
Just in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah.
Whether you want to do emotional, whether you want to do physical, or
Yeah, I think so.
you think what?
No, I definitely think it's
Important to forgive someone.
for sure. You're letting go of a burden that you're carrying. Sometimes the other person who's done wrong to you don't even remember they've done wrong to you, but you're carrying that burden of whether you should forgive them or not. Again, situational, depends on each person's context, what happened, how it happened, etc. But when you forgive that person, you're letting go of the burden that you're carrying of that particular situation.
Okay.
And that's just a lesser baggage on your shoulders that you have to carry. So why not? What does it cost you?
Nothing.
But even if you forgive, by the way, you can forgive them eternally. You don't have to go tell them. You just let go of it.
Right.
Yeah, that's also forgiving.
What about you?
Forgive, not forget. It's
Okay.
not the same. Right? Forgive I would say the same context as Harpem, in the sense that it's an internal move. It's an internal mindset that that particular wrongdoing, either to you or to any scenario, is no longer a baggage on either your emotional or psyche. But not forget. The reason why I say that is that
Do you have something personal you want to share with
no,
us?
no. What I mean is mistakes can repeat, and by forgetting, you might allow the same mistakes to reoccur. Whether it's from your side, whether it's from the other person's side, or whatever it is, right? So by not forgetting, you might be able to prevent another issue reoccurring, right? So forgive for the psyche, do not forget for the value in the long term.
I like what he's saying. I'm just generally very forgetful. So my brain just automatically forgets these things anyways.
You're just too nice.
No, I just don't have the memory capacity for this.
He's not nice.
It's niceness
Sorry,
in disguise of being like early onset dementia.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I won't remember any of these things, but I'll somehow remember like the lyrics to Backstreet Boys songs that I sang in the 1990s.
I want.
Yeah.
There's actually a study about it, but it's okay. We'll keep it for next episode.
Okay, let's not bring Brooklyn Nine-Nine into this.
Yeah.
Alright. Is mental health awareness turning into a marketing trend?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yes.
Can you talk with a mouthful of chocolate?
No. Okay, I'll go first.
Go first.
Well, I think, let's say from the year 2010 onwards, I think people are focusing more on mental health. So anything with the word mental health sells. So anything that sells, there will be people shilling it. Sometimes it's not selling products. Sometimes it's just selling attention grabbing, TikTok mongering, Instagram,
Is mental health disorder the new cancer? Like every time you Google something, it's like you have a mental health disorder.
Oh, of course.
And they come up with names for like stuff that,
What kind of names?
like if I'm sitting here shaking my legs, suddenly I might have a mental disorder. I might have like ADHD or I might have something else. Like, no, I just like shaking my legs.
Okay.
Or I could just be cold and I'm trying to get warm.
Correct.
I don't know.
Like I just feel like everything.
Put a label on every
Correct.
move.
That's it. Everything is being labeled nowadays,
Yeah.
and it's very easy to label. It's very easy to spread that label.
Yeah.
Okay.
But people are stupid enough to.
Okay, I wouldn't say that strong. My point would be this, okay? People are seeking more help, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad thing. So the diagnoses are increasing, okay?
What?
Back in the times, there weren't this many people with ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
There weren't this many people with learning disorder, with dyslexia or so on, because they didn't seek help. Not that they didn't have it or there were less of it before, but they did not seek assistance or diagnosis before. So we are diagnosing more. But what you're asking is that, has it become a commodity? It has, because social media has outspreading. Social media is outspreading depending on the algorithm. And everyone will always think that they have some psychological issue. It's inbuilt into us to doubt ourselves from time to time.
Okay, let me ask you this as a doctor then, right? The diagnosis of mental disorder, it's a very fluffy diagnosis. It's not like a medical condition that is, you can do a biopsy, you can see the disease there, you see the virus, you see the bacteria, you see the tumor.
Yeah.
Mental health, you can go to one psychologist, another, and they can give you a completely different diagnosis from each other.
Correct.
Right?
Because it's not like a blood test. It's not quantifiable in a 0 and 1 sum game, right? When it's a spectrum, so diagnoses are changed from time to time.
That's the other thing that's come up recently as well. Now everything's been put on a spectrum.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct. So it's like, oh, you have slight ADHD to maximum ADHD. And I'm like, okay.
So
Like, so technically, everybody has ADHD
ADHD.
to some extent, or other, narcissism, whatever. I don't really know, to be honest, how many other types of.
Do
What are the
every
most common ones?
No, okay.
wait, before you go on, does everybody have some sort of an OCD problem?
Are you talking personally?
No, like like how he's saying,
You're right,
to
yeah.
a slight
Yeah.
ADHD, but
okay.
those kind of things. Like, does everybody have it in them, or does events have to escalate those symptoms?
No, see, for it to be pathological, right, means that it's disrupting to either your capacity, your mental capacity, your working capacity, or your daily life capacity.
Okay.
So for it to be a disease,
It has to be
right,
disruptive.
it has to be a certain amount of disruptive. By
You gotta be like 8 and 9 on the spectrum.
Yeah, by you being anal and saying like, you need to put the glass on the coaster does not make you have OCD.
I'm not
Maybe she
anal.
does,
I'm
at
not-
level
I'm
1
not
or 2.
anal. I'm not
Yeah,
anal,
but that
okay.
means that OCD is not accountable and you cannot sell it. My point here is to go back to your original question, is that you can't monetize every single issue, right? We know you want your attention.
Okay.
Yeah, but using mental health as an attention seeking to commoditize to sell something is low form, right? I would rather that, I think sex sells, right? Mental illness or mental health issue also sells.
So if it sells, more people are gonna have it.
Yeah, right?
In summary.
You
Yeah.
better sell sex more than mental health.
No, sex is already selling very well. They don't need help with that. It's been selling for tens of thousands of years.
Yeah.
It's the first occupation in the world. So nothing to worry about that. Mental health is just the new thing that sells right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the rise of influencer experts dumbing down real expertise?
This is not about the influencer itself, because some influencers are actually really good.
Yeah.
Right. They provide really good content. It's about the content. And it's about how to validate the content now. It is very, very difficult to find out what is true and what's not true, especially in the day of AI. It is so easy to fake things. Prime example, yesterday. Everyone was like, Dharmender's dead. Dharmender's dead.
Oh my god. Yes.
Times of India, the Economic Times,
Everyone.
Hindustan Times.
Everyone
He's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
deemed that he died.
But he was not dead.
Hema Malini had to come out and say,
Correct.
yes.
Right. Information spreads fast. Faster than anything we've ever seen in any day in any history that we've ever been in.
Correct.
Right? Which means the real information and fake information can spread as fast without any filtration like we had before. Before, without realizing it, we did have a filtration system. When the news and when
There's some
information
vetting
came,
system.
when it came through newspapers and through editorials or through magazines, there was a process that it went through to filter it out. Good or bad, it was filtered.
Yeah.
Right? It could have skewed one way, it could have skewed another way, but the information was vetted to some extent. Now there's no vetting of information. Content can be created in a heartbeat.
But do you think people still take out the time to do fact checks?
No, so
That's the thing. How do you fact check now?
Okay. I would say similar, but if you want to pinpoint it down, it's accountability, right? Before, you used to come out on TV, and what you said had repercussion, meaning that if you're an expert on a subject matter, you came out and you were considered wrong at any point in time. Your reputation was at stake, your livelihood was at stake, and then, you can literally go down the drain if you spread something wrong. Nowadays, you come out, you say something wrong, you come out, you apologize, and you move on. There's no accountability on it.
Or they don't even know who you are because
Yeah.
you're hidden behind a keyboard.
Correct. So either or, there's no accountability. And that this is a problem that we are facing, is that because information on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook as a video is so easily consumed that you don't need to take the effort to read. You see, that barrier of entry about finding out information back in the days, it was to start reading. You had to spend time. Now you can find out a video review of a TV screen that you want to buy while you're jogging. You don't even have to see that person's face, right? You're just listening and they say, this TV is so great, buy it. So when there's no barrier of entry on both sides, I'm not talking about one side. I'm talking about the people producing the content, like what you're saying, the influencers, and the people uptaking the information, our side. When there's no barrier of entry, there's no accountability on both sides, it's actually killing the expert market. There are people who are good on YouTube. There are people who are experts on YouTube.
Yeah.
But there are also a lot more who are not.
And they can fake their expertise now very quickly,
Correct.
very easily.
Yeah. So I do feel that influencers will rise and then there will be the shedding, the massive shedding of the, like, let's say, the non-professionals.
No,
Yeah.
for better or for
So
worse, AI actually does hurt this and help this at the same time.
Yeah.
Why? Because you can use AI to fact check people
Correct.
now. But the fact that AI has been trained on is also everything that humans have said in general. So it's like you don't even know whether it's actually true or not true. You just know that the AI is giving you the answer.
You just gotta believe it.
That's the risk, isn't it? Right. You're essentially
huge
believing words that are coming out of not people, but a black box owned by Microsoft, Google, Facebook, OpenAI, Elon.
No. When you ask AI to fact check, you can always ask for the source of their conclusion.
That's true.
Yeah. So that extra time that you spend to read that
A lot of
source.
people don't know that.
Correct. So
They do.
I'll give an example utilizing AI. A lot of the times I use AI to explain to my patients. Okay, but I explain after the fact that I have given my professional opinion first. Okay, then I'll bring up the AI screen, but I will have some certain specific prompts that will ask the AI to exclude personal experience. Go with scientific studies, go with guidelines and so on, and I will give it a time frame where the information should be brought out from. We don't want pre-2020 information. We want 2020 to 2025 and so on, right? So when you use that prompt and the AI gives out the exact advice that I have given before, it gives my patient more confidence in me.
Okay.
And I also get to boost my own ego as well to a certain amount.
Fair enough.
Right? So,
Alright. Okay.
More than 2.5 minutes, sorry.
For sure. But in conclusion, use tools to help you
Fact check.
check.
Yeah.
Okay. On the same path of medical now,
Right.
should doctors be allowed to refuse treatment on unvaccinated patients?
I'll take this one.
Thank you for joining me.
Please do, Harpem. Let's see what you have.
Oh, come on. The doctor's got to take this one right here.
No, we don't have the right. Whoever is in front of us, whatever the need is, unless it's of not your line of expertise or you know that the patient has better options out there, then you provide them that better option. But by right, Hippocratic Oath tells us that whoever is in front at whatever time frame, whatever scenario is, you have to try to assist first.
First come, first serve.
From my point of view, yes.
Okay, then here. Okay, I'm taking over your role.
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Be devil's advocate.
I want to throw a hypothetical here.
Go
Please
ahead.
do. Please do.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay. A murderer comes in first. Reaches you first. Critical, dying. All right. You already started working on him. Complete murderer.
Yeah.
Asshole. Worst of kind. Okay. A child comes in
Oh.
right after him. 1 minute later. Same conditions. Who are you going to treat first?
It's a plot point of an anime, manga.
No. Answer.
I was trying to deflect. First come, first serve. I don't ask profession. I don't ask cause. Whatever it is, they come in, has to be treated first. However, I will also try to ensure whoever comes next has to be treated either by me or by another person as fast as possible. Yeah, simultaneously at the same time frame.
Really? So really first come, first served.
Yeah, we take out the morality out of our
Choice.
treat. Yeah, if you have that in you while you're practicing, then you automatically become judge, jury, and executioner at the same time.
I can see the
Right?
logic behind that.
Yeah, so that has to be removed. Okay, so even though it makes me feel like I'm the asshole doing it, but actually in a bigger grand scheme of things, it makes me less of an asshole.
By not choosing.
Yeah.
Are you happy with this answer?
I am actually. That's a honestly from a logical perspective, he's absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
From a Dil Se heart perspective, fucking asshole.
Okay. Can before we move on to the next question, can I tell you the plot point of this manga?
Oh my god!
All right.
I'm not appealing to any of my audience with
No. Okay.
Who cares?
A neurosurgeon was called in because there was a gunshot wound patient. Okay, and he had to rescue that gunshot wound patient, and he saved that person. The second patient also is a gunshot wound patient and younger as a child and was killed. So what ended up happening was that the first person was actually the one committing the crime and the second one was the victim. The main character is the better surgeon and he ended up saving the murderer and ended up with the end result who the other person died. And that surgeon had to live with that guilt because he felt that he did wrong, right? So the moral of this goes back to your question is that if you remove the context out, I can sleep at night, right? I won't be able to sleep at night if that context is in play as well. So we remove the context. Yeah, go on, sorry. Ramble.
Very, very deep.
Very deep.
I like it.
I know you too.
He likes it deep. Go on.
Should people who work at home get paid less than people who work in the office?
Please.
No.
Take this.
Why? It's not about where you work, it's about how productive you are and what your results are. If I'm a salesperson, actually I am a salesperson. I was like, wait, if I'm a salesperson, I'm barely in the office. I'm always around in clients' offices. I'm running around all the time in the car, meeting people, going to events, working from home.
No, that is okay. That is still like on the ground. You're still out there. I'm talking about like hybrid, full hybrid. Like you're
my developers, sometimes I let them work at home. I don't let them come to work. Why? Actually, they get to become more productive. They save 2 hours a day from commuting, and they still get the same tickets done that they need to get.
Okay.
So I don't really care where you work from. What I would say as a boss, I would like staff to come, yes, like a boss. I would like staff to come to the office every now and then. Why? Because it creates a community. It creates a reason for working more than just the pay and the job.
Right.
You get to know the people. When there's conflict, can be easily resolved.
Mm-hmm.
There's camaraderie that happens when you work together.
Right.
Now, it doesn't mean you have to work together all the time. So what I do is I do a hybrid approach. My team comes in 3 days a week. Mondays and Fridays, they work from home. Why? Because I want them to have that productivity they get from working at home. They have the flexibility to get their shit done. Everyone knows Saturdays and Sundays are not enough to get your personal stuff done. You need 1 day of rest. Let's say Sunday. But sometimes you have these things you have to do on a daily life. You have to go to the doctor. You have to go to the bank. You have to do your driver's license. You have all these random stuff that you have to get done that can only get done on a work day. Yeah. So why not let them work from home? Let them get all this stuff done. And they're still super productive because they're saving 2-3 hours commuting a day.
Do you think working at home encroaches into their personal life as well?
That depends on person to person. Some people, when they work from home, their home becomes their work.
Yeah.
Right. So they don't have that barrier. They end up working later. Yes, it's been known to happen, but some people also swing the other way. Each their own. I really can't dictate them. To be honest, I have no idea what they're doing with it. And neither would I ever monitor and implement stuff like mouse monitoring, keyboard monitoring that some companies do for hybrid workers. Makes no sense. You're trusting them to work for you. You're working from home. Why are you implementing all this stuff and monitoring them?
I think I've answered a similar question in the previous episode.
You did.
Yeah. I think they should be merit-based.
Okay.
Right?
Done. We're done.
Yeah.
Done. Okay. Done. Okay. Should there be a global limit on how much one person can earn?
We covered this
Yeah,
last
we
time.
covered
Yes?
this last time.
Of course. There should be a cap on
game
capitalism.
over screen.
Yes, a game over screen. Hell yes.
So the answers haven't changed. All right.
No, Elon's $1 trillion pay package? That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yes, game over.
Dude, it's beyond game over now. Actually, his logic for asking for that pay package, did you hear it?
Yeah.
It was because he's like, if I'm building a robot army, I need to have the resources to control them.
That's a Terminator 2 Judgment Day level answer.
That's exactly right. He's already got the autonomous cars. Now he wants the autonomous butlers and maids in the houses. And he's like, I better have he's gonna need $1 trillion to safeguard himself from what he's building, is essentially what he's
The whole
saying.
package.
So the rest of us are screwed.
Aren't we all ready? Okay. Should governments ban all luxury goods during recession?
Oh, interesting.
Banned luxury?
Goods during
What
recession.
is a luxury? What are you defining as a luxury good?
I don't know, handbags, watches.
This box of chocolates is a luxury good. It's delicious. But a majority of the people around the world cannot afford it.
Correct.
Like 99% of the people in the world cannot afford
So
this.
should it be banned during a recession?
No.
You are maybe one of the few who can afford it. But
That's why I said define luxury good. What is a luxury good for you?
okay, I don't know.
Okay, anything that has an equivalent version of it that's at a more reasonable cost.
Look, I think you go back to economics 101. Okay, we got a
Okay.
serious hat here. Okay, you ban anything purchasing or selling during a recession, you're actually
Creating more
creating
demand.
more recession. No, you're creating more recession.
Oh,
Why?
Okay.
Because those companies who are looking to sell their things, you're essentially shutting down the entire production line. You might look at Porsche and Ferrari as a luxury good, but they employ tens of thousands of people. Car manufacturers employ tens of thousands of people. Chocolate manufacturers employ thousands of people. Every product that gets manufactured employs hundreds or thousands of people. You stop the production and you stop the sale of those goods, those people are going to get fired, and you're going to actually put the country more into recession. So what countries try to do during recessions is pump money into the economy to improve and increase consumption. During COVID, the US printed trillions of dollars and pumped it into the government
So people
and the
would
economy
spend.
so people would spend to kickstart the economy. You don't stop purchasing during recessions. You try to encourage spending. Because if everyone's just keeping money in the bank,
It's
then
gotta
it
keep
trickles
rolling.
down. It doesn't trickle down. What you can stop is people taking advantage of that recession and getting government grants and other things to hoard money. That you can stop. And that would actually help the economy.
That's from a policy standpoint. However, I have another take on this subject matter though. I think there should be a social credit score some way or the other.
Can you say that again? Sorry.
My God, Mao loves you right now.
Yeah, I know.
He's talking about Black Mirror score, like essentially like how nice you are, like how good you are.
Okay.
Are you referring Black Mirror?
It's something like that, but on a socio-economical scale. Okay, what I mean is that, see, if you owe the bank more than you can pay, you shouldn't have the right to buy some certain luxury items. Okay? Let's give an example. If you are delayed on your bank payment, your earning capacity is this amount, X amount, you owe this Y amount, put in some algorithm, some calculation, right? It spits out that, hey, you can't earn a certain segment of goods.
You don't have the right to purchase this product
Correct.
because you still owe this person money.
Yes, correct.
You know how many Indians would die with that?
Well, I'm just putting it out there that there's a smart way of doing it.
It's impossible to implement something like this, right?
I know. In reality, it's not
I
possible.
No, it's not possible.
But see, if you owe the bank, like, 12 million baht, right? And you have no means to pay the bank.
Let me put what Rajiv is saying in Uncle G terms, right?
Yeah.
Uncle G stuff.
You borrowed money from me and you bought a new car,
Yeah.
and you haven't paid me back yet?
Yeah, pretty much.
You borrowed money from my family and you're going traveling overseas and you pay me not back? What?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? But
It's happening every day.
Yes.
but you see my point, right? Do you
Yeah,
agree with the context?
I agree with the concept of it. I understand the concept of it. I don't know if I agree with it. I understand it, but I don't think it'll be possible to ever implement something
Yeah,
like
I understand that. I'm talking hypothetical situation, right? But see, the question is, should luxury goods be banned during recession? See, recession doesn't hit everyone, right?
Yeah, true.
Okay, so the storm is the same, but not everyone's in the same boat. Okay, so global economical crisis comes in, but everyone has a different size of boat.
And
Yeah.
some people are selling life jackets.
Correct. Now, my point at the end of this is that then remove the recession word out, right? And use scale. That each people are in different scale. If there's a scale that they are doing something wrong, they should not go out and buy a new TV, right? All right, that's my take.
Okay.
Move on.
Would you take a pill that guarantees happiness but erases free will?
Guarantees happiness, but erases free will.
I think this can be an episode of Black Mirror.
I swear.
I'm just trying to picture happiness without free will. I'm
You'll be
unwillingly happy.
You will be surprised.
Isn't that like the new plot of the Apple TV show Pluberous or something?
Never heard of it actually.
It's literally Vince Gilligan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It just came out.
It just came out.
Okay.
You already watched it?
No, not yet. It's on my
I haven't
to-watch
watched
list.
it. Yeah, it's on my to-watch list also.
But it's literally that. You're infected with a virus that makes you insanely happy, but you lost your free will.
Damn.
That's right. It's already there.
So your question is being answered by Vince Gilligan.
And there's-
so we're done.
And there's one person in the world
That's not
who's
infected.
immune.
Yeah.
Who is immune to that virus.
So this is the Last of Us plus psychiatric issues. Pretty much. Right?
So this is Joel 2.0.
Oh, wait. Sorry. This is the Last of Us mixed with Severance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to your question.
Yeah.
Would I take it? No, I wouldn't.
Oh, really? I take it in a heartbeat.
Really?
Yes.
No
I
free
think-
will?
Wait, actually, those pills already exist right now. It's just drugs.
Yeah, they just wrote that.
They got happy pills. Clearly I was slid one a long time ago.
And you still haven't recovered?
Am I constantly happy?
No, unlikely.
So I think it's worn off a long time
Fair
ago.
enough.
No. I take it in a heartbeat. See,
Why?
free will's a concept. Okay? We are
Is
in
it
this. Yes, it is. See, we are still slave to the capitalism market at the moment, right? We are still slave to whether lay majeste law, whatever it is. We are, no matter what, there's a certain amount that we pretend that we have free will, 100%.
Yeah.
We don't, right? But if there's true happiness, true bliss, nirvana is there to achieve, and yeah, I'll take it in a heartbeat.
I'll tell you why I wouldn't take
Yeah.
it. Happiness is only happiness when you can compare it to times of sadness. It's a comparative point. Without sadness, without pain, no matter how happy you are, you won't understand or realize how happy you are. It is a comparison. It is literally the opposite end of a negative thing. Now, if you don't have the negative thing, that's also not a positive thing. That is just the thing. Happiness will longer be happiness. It's like saying, let's give everyone in the world $1 billion. Suddenly, $1 billion means nothing. Because everyone has $1 billion.
Yeah.
So if everyone started taking this pill, if I started taking this pill, same thing. Happiness wouldn't be happiness anymore. It would just be endorphins that your body will eventually get immune to.
I cannot agree with Harpem on this. Sorry.
That's fine. I still say that right now, what everyone is trying to achieve, whether it's through financial goals, whether it's through religious goals, whether it's through family, whatever it is, everyone always points to the word happiness, right? And say that if I have money, I'll be happy. If I have good family, I'll be happy. If I have good education, I'll be happy. Whatever it is, right? The end goal is always happy. So if the end goal is wrapped up and presented to you already,
then what's the point of living?
That's the point. Live to be happy. Whether you know sadness or don't know
that
sadness.
sentence, live to be happy, means your entire life is a journey towards happiness.
So you've
Has anyone ever said live at happiness?
because they've never achieved it. That's my
not
point.
true.
Yes. So my point being is that if happiness is presented in either a pill form, injection form, or a commodity form, in any way, I'd take it in a heartbeat. It does not mean I'm not happy now. Let me rectify that. I'm very happy.
Saying that to your wife who's right here asking.
I know. See, I'm saying it myself first, right? That I'm not saying I'm not happy now. But if happiness can be 100% on all the time, from moment that you wake up to moment that you sleep, from moment that you have to slog at work and come back, it's always on, it's always happy. It's always on ecstasy or whatever. Take it.
I don't agree.
I would like to congratulate you on finding a topic we don't agree on.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You're welcome.
You wedged
so
our relationship. I think this entire thing was for her to wedge our relationship,
Yes, of
and
course.
she finally successfully
She found
did it. Damn it.
There needed to be a way.
A hypothetical drug.
Yeah.
That's what did it.
Despite the fact that I've never taken any, designer drugs ever. Yeah. But if there is one that guarantees happiness for the rest of my life, then yeah. I mean, of course, I'll experiment it on someone first.
Ladies and gentlemen, your doctor.
Yeah. All right. Go on.
Should there be limits on how long human can live? 70, 80, 90, I don't know.
Like a timer on our arm that goes off.
That's also a part of it.
I know that.
We all strive to live long.
Yes.
There's a reason again. It
I
was
wouldn't want to live to the
Why not?
no.
If you're still healthy, fit, and fine, why not? You still walk, you still have your memories, you can still talk. In a century.
Live long and also be independent, whether it's in mind or in physicality, right? Meaning that you still have your brain capacity, you have your muscle capacity. Everyone strives for the same thing. Why do we strive to live longer? Because either we are trying to achieve happiness, financial goal, or whatever. Again, it comes back to the same philosophical question. Should there be a timer on it? No, there shouldn't be a timer on it. Actually, the planet, us as a human species, there's a time limit that's automated, built in. We are already trying to fight it. There will be a point in time where we might have eternal life. When it comes to that, yes, there might be.
Really?
Yes,
Would
there
I
will
want eternal life?
Oh.
right? And
Prem, would you want eternal life?
there will also come, see, eternal life, then the next step is eternal youth.
Again,
Right.
these are all episodes from Black Mirror.
It will come. Eventually it will come. Maybe not in our lifetime, right? But see, first achievement that they'll have to start.
Definitely not in this form.
That's the thing. So when I say eternal life, then the next logical step is eternal youth.
Yeah.
Meaning that you will stay at your prime. Right? It can be your late 20s, your mid 20s or whatever, and you stay at that age for the rest of your
So
life.
basically, if I were to look at this, I could literally store all my memories onto cloud, or store all my brain cells onto a cloud, and then later on when the body dies, I can get another body and get all my memories and whatever back. And
Not
I
until
live
you
again.
play the cloud subscription.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I have
You have to pay,
If I don't
you have
pay
to pay
premium.
for that space first to store it for that amount of time.
It's too hypothetical to be
Yeah.
honest. And like, look, honestly, I wouldn't want to live forever. But I would want to live as long as I can. As long as I'm healthy. If I'm degraded to a point where I don't remember anything, I don't remember anyone, I'm just a burden of someone else, then just figure out a way to let me go peacefully.
So there's a way to sign a DNR,
Do not
do not
resuscitate.
resuscitate, that is more comprehensive. So I implore people in the general population, whoever's listening to
Did you
as
sign
well. Huh?
Did you sign it?
Well, I've sort of given a verbal and on my file, there's a detailed list of what should be and what should not be done, right? So I would implore that, number one, everyone should have a primary physician, like a family doctor or whatever, and have this discussion with your family doctor. I know it aches and it pains you, but having it, especially for people with the age of 70 and above, I'm addressing your mortality doesn't have to be morose.
Yes.
Right?
I agree with that.
Addressing
Yeah.
your mortality means planning, means being smart, and so on. You can have that discussion with your family member and your lawyer or even your physician and get your shit worked out.
What's your do not resist stainless?
Huh? That will fill another episode.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I can, I would literally have a tattoo on my neck that says no tube. Okay, one on my chest that says no CPR, and one right on my waist and say no PP tubes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard that.
He's fine with the butt one though.
There's no tube for that.
Damn.
This is something both of you are going to probably be in sync with or not, I don't know. Is the luxury watch industry running on nostalgia or arrogance?
It's not nostalgia. Because nostalgia means old people are buying it thinking of their times when they were younger, when they were younger. I don't think anyone's
Getting
buying
like older watch models that are really, really hard to get.
Oh no, even the new ones are really hard to get.
The ones on your list, yes.
Yeah, pretty much. I actually do have a list on my phone.
Yeah, so his list pretty much comprises of a certain amount of watches that everyone is also on their list.
Correct.
Yeah. So this list is arbitrary. Basically, the companies know that people want these models. They are purposely making it scarce.
Yeah.
So what's your take on all of this? Like, okay, for example, I walk into Rolex today. If I want to buy a certain model, I can't buy that model because I have to go buy a Datejust or I have to go buy this one, that one in order to be able to buy that.
Yeah, same like an Hermes bag, right?
You can get a Datejust?
No.
Okay. I was like, wow.
I'm just...
Yeah, she's just hypothetically saying.
Okay. So...
It is artificially inflated to benefit the secondary market. And now they're being smart about it because they're being the secondary market themselves.
Correct.
Yeah. So the point being is that...
It's like diamonds.
Yeah.
Diamond industry did this for...
a long period of time.
50, 60 years.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Now they're being trashed.
Yeah.
But, okay. Watches, if you like watches, you like the horological part of it, okay, go for it. Enjoy it.
Yeah,
right?
if you can afford it, if you can buy it, buy it.
Yes, but status symbol wise, there's a meaning behind it. I'm not saying don't buy it for status symbol. Buy it for status symbol, but know that it's buying for status symbol. Yeah, and just buy it for that. Don't pretend like you love watches, right? Pretend that, just say that you like the symbol.
It's a symbol of your wealth. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
You can afford it. You can find it. Great.
Then are limited edition products truly limited or just psychological traps?
I think some of them are very limited, for sure, right? There's so many types of limited products.
Like?
I don't think
what is limited to you?
Okay, for me, electronics are never a limited product. Why? Because they age out, they die out. Yeah. But something that is handmade, something that is custom built, those are limited. They can last for a long time. You can keep them, you can pass them on. Why? Yeah, sure, great. It's not a scam. It's limited. And I would hate the ones that limit it first and then suddenly do a production run of that limited edition again. That's not real limited. That's just a scam.
So then what do you think about brands like Hermes for having their limited collection or Chanel having the limited collection? Since that's your theory.
No, but is it actually limited? Do they actually have for example, going back to watches, when watches have a limited production, they'll actually put on the serial number, right? 1 of 1,000, 1 of 500, 1 of 20.
But Hermes does that as well.
And they will not produce any more after that, right? Of that particular model. Then that's limited. That's not it's just making something that might be a little bit harder to make, something done in a collaboration with an artist or a partner, or something that was more difficult to make than any other one.
In your opinion, would it be worth the price?
Again, each their own. What's worth for me might not be worth it for other people. Yeah. So who am I to judge? If somebody's making $1 billion, for them, Hermes is like spending on Starbucks coffee. They can buy whatever they want. They won't even look at an Hermes. So each their own. I don't care.
My short answer is it doesn't mean much to me personally. It can mean whatever it is to whoever it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are people becoming poorer trying to look rich?
Yes.
Definitely.
Oh, hell yeah. For sure. The rich brands, these brands.
The expensive brands are catering not for the rich.
They're not catering for the rich. You don't see Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, he's famous, yes. Yeah. Any of these guys ever wearing expensive clothing? No, not really. They're wearing on-cloud shoes. The same ones you and I wear. Why is comfort is style for them, right? but then they'll wear their on-cloud shoes on a super yacht.
Yeah.
That's the flex. They're not wearing an LV shirt. They don't really give a shit about that.
Because of the yacht and the planes.
Yeah.
Or the
Okay,
beach
that's
or
real
an
flex.
island, or an actual island.
Correct. That's real flex right there. Right. Everything else is people trying to
Did
look
Mark
rich.
Zuckerberg really buy an island for the Ambani wedding, or was it a yacht?
I think they bought, not a yacht.
No, it was one of them. Either,
It's a
yeah, I don't know.
limited edition.
Okay. I have a take on this.
Okay.
I think it's the early 2000, late 1990s, early 2000 when China was trying to reform. Okay, sorry. Again, we're back to talking about China. Okay, so what happened was China didn't have a middle class. Okay.
Yeah.
So during the late 1990s to the early 2000s is the boom of the middle class, and you'll be surprised, the status symbol of middle class in China was Starbucks. Okay? Starbucks knew that this is the status symbol of being middle class. So what they did, they priced their coffee up for the sake of pricing it up. Nothing else. Meaning not the cost of the coffee went up, not the cost of the labor, not the cost of the location, just because they want to make sure that the people buying and the people seeing the coffee logo, the Starbucks logo, meant you had to pay this amount. And to be able to pay this amount, you have to be middle class and above. So, my point being is that when people achieve a certain status level, they want to project out that they are at that status symbol. And luxury goods is the easiest way to scream out that, oh, I'm making this amount, or I'm making that amount without yelling your salary. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't make sense, but that's how the world works.
Fair point. Please get this box away from me. I'm going to finish the whole thing.
It's there. Enjoy.
No.
This is luxury good too.
You can afford it, eat it.
Limited edition.
Box 1 out of 2 million.
Would the planet heal if humans were to disappear for about 50 years?
Definitely.
Oh, hell yes. We saw it in the Avengers Endgame.
We saw it in what's it called now? In
Maya Bay.
Yeah, Maya Bay, Maya.
Oh, the
right?
sharks and everything.
Yeah.
We saw one.
We destroyed them by being there.
But when we went back after COVID,
Yes.
we saw-
My point being is that COVID healed, right? What did COVID do? COVID just pushed people
into the
indoors,
home,
right?
everything that
The
was
outdoors healed. Okay.
breathing.
Yes, we are locusts.
We act more like viruses.
Yeah.
I
We
think
come
we are
in
viruses.
and we kill the host.
Yeah.
Right? And then we move on. We will eventually move to Mars according to
Yeah, then burn to
Elon
death.
Musk. Yeah. Because we consume all the
Hottest planet
resources
on Earth.
possible here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we will move on to the next planet and eventually we will fulfill pretty much every sci-fi fantasy of the 1990s fan fiction.
Yeah.
Right?
No other animal on Earth consumes more than it needs to consume to survive.
Yes.
Humans.
Spoken by a friend who's eaten like 12 pieces of chocolate.
Solid. But what I'm saying when we consume is
Sorry for being the dick.
that's perfectly fine. It's your job. We've already established you're the asshole.
To be the dick or to be a dick?
Both. No, what I mean by that is animals consume, right? They consume for for hibernation during the winter, in excess to get the calories right. Nobody hoards like humans do.
Oh my god, we hoard.
We hoard resources.
Yeah.
We hoard assets. We hoard everything we can get our hands on.
We hoard shit we don't need.
For the purpose solely to hoard. There is no other reason for it. Not for safeguarding our future, nothing like that. Most of the time we're just hoarding for hoarding. We're saying it's for safeguarding our future, but let's face it, right? If you're dead, then technically...
Do you have an item that you hoard that you actually don't need?
So many.
Like?
Random shit.
Give me some.
Useless stuff that I hoard. Let's see. Cards. I know,
Cards.
very, very
What
random.
cards?
Basketball cards,
Basketball cards?
baseball
I
cards.
have basketball cards, I have baseball cards as well, Pokemon cards as well. No, like, hotel cards, room keys.
You steal.
You
I don't
steal
steal
them?
them. No, I just have to do. No, how is that stealing now?
How to return them?
Am I?
Yes.
I thought I was just supposed to check out.
You just admitted of a felony.
Is that a felony now?
Yes, right?
No, but it serves no purpose. My point is like that, right? It
Yeah.
serves zero purpose. But I still have them. Why? No reason.
It's innate. It's inbuilt in us.
Why?
Also, to a certain amount. We've gone through hardships. Now, even though we don't at all, to a certain amount, there is an inbuilt in our DNA. There's inbuilt in our capacity that there can be a possibility that we will fall onto hard times.
Okay, so
Right.
you think we're all sporting nature
Yeah.
is just to protect ourselves from hard times?
Yes, even though logically it tells us that we don't need it anymore ever. But there's a certain amount of uncontrollable urge to do so.
So it is just like animalistic nature,
Yes,
but in
it is still
hyperdrive.
correct. But when we go back to our original question, is that will the world heal? Yes, we have overconsumed, we have overpopulated, we have. I don't want to be the pessimist here, right? But facts are facts that the planet is a certain amount dying. Will it eventually evolve to save itself? I also think so.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think the planet will evolve in a way that either it will reduce the population, whether it's by social structure, whether it's by famine, whether it's by diseases or so on. There will be something that thins the herd, some way or the other.
No, it's a
Right.
very good time for this question right now as
Mm.
well, right? The COP30, we call it Accord, everybody calls it, events are going
Yeah.
on right now.
Mm.
And everyone's already like, they used to sign every country signed up to the Paris Accords. Now
Yeah.
nobody's keeping
Yeah.
up to there. And,
Yeah.
since Trump came in.
Yeah.
So we're actually working backwards. The only country that's actually moving forwards in renewable energy is actually China.
Mm.
They've realized the amount they need to
No,
feed their population.
correct.
So they're
Conserving.
they're going full on onto renewable energies faster than anyone has ever seen.
Should we go back?
Renewable food sources as well.
Everything renewable,
Yeah.
sustainable and renewable.
Yeah.
Should we be going back to Amish ways? Should we do Amish ways?
Well, they don't need to. With the rate that they've been developing technologies that allow us to harness the sun, geothermal for electricity without having to
Yeah.
burn fossil fuels. Honestly, the funniest thing is nuclear is actually the best way to get energy, most efficient way, but we're scared of it. And we go,
Yeah, you
let's
think?
burn coal instead.
That's
Which
not
is-
we. That's just the US.
Oh, sorry.
Right?
You're
So, yeah.
Yeah.
The most ganda and toxic material.
Anyways, I think the world will heal, and I think people and population will play a part.
Is woke culture progress or intellectual censorship?
I'll let you lead
That's,
first.
Is
I want
woke-
Harpem to
Progress or intellectual
woke
censorship?
culture progress.
I think it's just whoever screams the loudest right now is getting the most attention. Simple as that.
I scream loud. I talk loud.
You get a lot of attention. Shit, you made a whole podcast to get attention. It works. No, it is. Look, if you're really talking about woke culture, it's overcorrection.
Okay.
Okay, that's what it is. It's
Done.
overcorrection.
Yeah, okay.
So if you have to put it in logic speaking, like if a bar is bent one way,
Mm-hmm.
to fix it, you have to bend it the other way. But
Yeah.
you have to bend it more than past
The middle.
the middle point.
Correct.
Correct. This is where we are right now. We are still trying to find the balance of how liberal we should be, how open we should be, how flexible we should be on a lot of topics and a lot of things. And through every generation, they have their own agenda or sets of topics that they have to
Mm.
go through. Like for gender was for a long time.
Segregation, race.
Segregation, race, culture,
Religion.
religion. Yeah, exactly. All these things. Religious wars were for how many
Yeah.
years? For thousands of years, right? And then overcorrection. Now it's not even a topic anymore. Now it's just each their own. Practice what you want. In some countries, majority of the
I was
countries.
about to say,
Yeah.
are you sure?
No, but I'm saying
Yeah.
overall on average, right?
Yeah.
Different countries go through different developments at different stages in their life cycle. So yeah, it's an overcorrection. So they are trying to include more diversity, include more people of different religions, castes, cultures, which is a great thing.
Right.
Perfectly fine.
But
there's no but.
No
It's
but,
just
okay.
it's an overcorrection
Right.
to some extent where they do it now, and some people don't like that being forced upon them. Let's just put it that way. And a small thing, like for example, you're watching Little Mermaid. You're like, oh, I had this Little Mermaid nostalgia. You know, I watched it as a kid. I grew up with Little Mermaid being white, red hair. Now all of a sudden, a black lady's doing Little Mermaid, and you're just like, what? Why are you doing this? What's going on here? But then for children growing up right now who watch Little Mermaid, this version, for the first time, this becomes
this is
their
gonna
norm.
be their norm.
The fact that it has a name,
Yeah.
right, meaning woke culture or whatever, is the annoyance. It creates a negative connotation to the struggle and the fight. Okay?
Struggle and the fight.
Yeah. Right. But I'm saying also is that it coincided with cancel culture, which is shit. Okay? So I think what Gen Z and let's say the late Gen Ys were fighting for ended up being too many things at the same time.
What do you think we fought for?
We fought for the fact that
Our freedom of being out at 2 a.m.
Is that what we fought for?
No.
Freedom of time?
Freedom of time. No,
we fought for the fact that we are only the baton passer, right? We are
from generation to generation.
yeah, basically we are
I see that though.
we are the midway between pre-internet and post-internet.
Really? I thought we fought for communication. I think our
Yeah,
generation
so
did a
that's what I
very
mean.
good job with communication.
We are pre-internet and post-internet era, right? We are the one smack dab in between, and we are the one who passes the baton down forward. We just want to make sure that the next generation doesn't fuck up as much as we did, right? Hopefully, okay, and then actually restore something back to Mother Nature, or restore something back to the economy, restore something back, while we try to preserve as much as possible so that they can run on. That's my point. That's my take. But to go back to your question, otherwise I'll go on a tangent on this subject for a long line. Okay. Woke culture is only bad because it had a name, if you're asking me. If it didn't have a name, if the struggle was, see, every generation has a struggle.
Yeah.
This is their struggle. I understand it. I understand their plight, despite sometimes I find it illogical. Because sexuality, let's give an example, is usually behind a certain amount of discretion. It's not publicly facing. They want to publicly face it in front, like put it out in the center. That's fine. Don't shove it into everyone's faces.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking for. That's all everyone's asking for. You want to be woke, be woke. You accept your consequences. See, you can't make Disney princess black and then not accept the consequences. This goes back to your first question, right? Whether free speech is it okay or not, right? Black Little Mermaid is an expression of free speech. You have to accept the consequences that you tanked at the box office.
Yeah, you're alienating.
Right? Yeah,
you're alienating a lot of people who wanted to watch the remake of the original.
Yeah.
But not saying that you won't get a new audience. You might.
Yeah.
It's just not enough.
Yeah, but see, maybe the new audience doesn't have the buying capacity to purchase your product, right?
Yeah.
So my point is that you want to be woke, be woke. You want to fight for it, right? Fight for it in the policy terms.
Yeah.
Yeah, fight for it in the entertainment term, fight for it for whatever terms you want to fight for. But at the end, look at your subject matter. If your subject matter is to be shoved down someone else's throat, same, whether it's religion, whether it's business policy, whether it's sexuality policy, right? You can't shove it down someone else's throat. You can ask for their cooperation. That's as far as it goes.
And also, little advice to Disney if you're listening. Like,
I hope they are. I hope they are.
You know, Disney, listen to this, alright? If you really want to do DEI properly, then why not just create new content around or new IP around the people we want to showcase? Why are you replacing existing IP and alienating people who would want to watch the content? it's not like there were never any black Disney princesses.
Yeah,
There were.
They were.
It was not like there were any ethnic ones. There were Chinese ones. There were ethnic ones. There were
and they did it right.
There were Irish ones. There were Mexicans
Mulan,
ones.
Princess and the Frog. And,
Correct.
Yeah.
There's so many.
They did it right.
Right.
Already.
It was always diversified. It was never not diversified.
Was Hawaiian.
Correct.
Right?
Aladdin.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have
Right.
Mulan. You've
Yeah.
got Scandinavian. You've got redheads. You've got everywhere. And they're all over the place.
Yeah.
So if you really want to showcase a black person,
Create a new IP.
Create a new.
why don't you spend that time and effort creating?
No.
Why do you want to
Lazy.
No, they want.
They
It's
don't
not
want to create
lazy.
new
I'll tell you why.
content.
They want to bank on the fact that these IPs could sell. They were IPs that featured minorities. They did not sell as well. Right. So they want to combine the two. They want to combine.
I thought
Yeah.
The Princess and the Frog would have been amazing in the movie.
No,
remake.
but see, Frozen sells better than Soul. Have you ever heard of Soul?
Of course.
Yeah.
An amazing cartoon.
Correct. It's such an amazing animation.
Yeah.
Right? But no one watched it.
Bad marketing.
Yeah, right. Whatever the reason behind it is, right? That's what I
Absolutely
mean.
amazing
Yeah.
cartoon.
So Disney create a new bang up IP, right?
Yeah.
And might as well. And I'm not just talking to I'm talking to general content creators and content consumer as well.
Yeah.
Like there's a limit to understanding power and wokeness as well. I mean, if you're going to create a show like on Netflix where Anne Boleyn is black,
Yeah.
in a historical context.
I really hate that. That's
Yeah.
something I personally really
Yeah.
hate. You're doing a historical a historical drama
Yeah.
and something that's supposed to represent truth. We
Yeah.
consume a lot of our content, like especially documentaries and historical dramas, assuming some of it is true, based on truth.
Mm.
Now you're replacing a key character that used to be an old white lady with someone like, black or Indian or whatever race you replace them with, right? That twist the storytelling of the truth.
Mm.
Right.
It got a lot of flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as it should.
Yeah.
You're not going to replace Vikings with a Sikh guy, and a Sardar in a turban.
Mm.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Out of all of this, the kickstart of all of this
Mm.
happened with The Simpsons.
Why?
They
What
killed
Simpsons?
off Apu
Oh my god.
when comedian Hannibal Buress made a comment that Apu is the derogatory version of an Indian caricature, right? So they killed off Apu without explaining. Apu disappeared from The Simpsons, okay? And now, as an Indian man, okay, I never took offense to Apu,
That's true.
right? And I implore everyone to, first of all, I think most of the listeners don't even know who Apu is. But, I grew up watching The Simpsons. It's on season 33 right now. I've been watching every season.
Do you watch this?
I do, but let's not get into that. What a freaking tangent this is.
Oh my god. I'm gonna need another session for this.
No, but see,
Okay.
Hashtag bring back Apu.
my
Hashtag
point
bring back
being is that they took him out when no one was offended.
The people who were offended were not the people
Who
Yeah.
that had to be offended. either.
Correct.
Yeah, you're
Right? And the funny part about this is that I think Jimmy Kimmel, I don't remember who, one of the talk show hosts, took out a team that went out to do survey and asked Hispanic origin.
Oh, dressed as Hispanic person, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and ask about, Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah.
The mouse character from Warner Brothers cartoon, okay? That goes,
Okay.
Riba, Riba, whatever, right?
Yeah.
That, are you offended and should they change that character? No one cared.
Nobody
Oh
cared.
my
And
God.
if they didn't know, they didn't care, number one. If they knew, they were like,
Cool.
It's such a cool character.
Yeah.
It represented us in a light way, in a fun way, right? So why are you going to destroy it? Same like woke culture. Don't combine it with cancel culture. Yeah,
Right.
don't come together,
Mm.
right? And just, you want to be woke, be woke. Just don't be woke down my throat or down anyone's throat, right? Mm.
Okay. Alright, last question.
Yeah.
Has the definition of necessity completely changed in the last decade?
Yeah, is Netflix a necessity?
Yeah, it's Prime, it's Disney, it's HBO,
All
your.
the above. Yes. If you want to stay married and have happy kids and happy life, yes, it's a necessity. Every single subscription service is a necessity.
We've calculated that shit, and it costs
like
a bomb.
4,000 baht a month.
It was more expensive than UBC.
Is it worth your
Yeah.
happiness?
Ay.
Okay, I'll give you the time to answer this. Sorry, I took you two guys too long on a tangent.
It's whether it's a necessity or not, go back to basics, right?
Right.
Your hierarchy
Food,
of
shelter.
needs. Correct. Once you have basic necessities done, Netflix would never be a necessity if you're starving and looking for shelter. Food and a house would be a necessity.
Right.
You have a food and a house, a car, transportation, job, stable income, family, community, that would be a necessity. If you don't have those things, then those become your necessity. It's all about what level of necessity.
Building up.
Yeah, correct. So now when you're at this level where you're just living, trying to be happy, like Ricky was saying, trying to, enjoy life as much as you can, then from that purpose, yes, it is a necessity. And that's not the only necessity. Traveling, necessity. Seeing the world, necessity. Having a spouse, having a partner, having children, could be a necessity. Why? Because it's all towards bringing you to that happiness that you're trying to achieve over a long time. So, yeah, I do think it's a necessity. I'm not saying it's a necessity for everyone, because not everyone is at the same stage, at the same level. So you have to understand, there are different levels of, When you're an uber billionaire, a yacht's necessary. It's,
For some reason.
Yeah, for some
it's
reason.
not a necessity.
I'm not there yet. So for me, it's not a necessity. I could never picture myself having a yacht. I could never picture myself wanting or needing a yacht. Right. Or like a Richard Mille, or like a Bugatti, or a private jet. But when you're at that level, it might be a necessity. I don't know. See, I'm not in that frame of mind. But
Very
you speak
well
to,
said.
you
Very
speak to,
well said.
you speak to billionaires, and all of them will tell you a private jet's a necessity.
Flex.
No, not
No.
to flex.
It's just to save them time.
Yeah. For them, it is a necessity. They need a private jet to travel around, to meet family, to meet clients, to meet customers, to get from one A to one point B on their, at their will, to take around their posses, their friends, their groups, whatever it is. That is a necessity.
Okay.
Can you ask that question verbatim again one more time? I want to try to answer it as direct as possible.
Has the term necessity changed over the decade?
It changed dramatically. My answer, okay, changed dramatically. And even the policies change dramatically. Meaning that, reverse back 30 years ago, 40 years ago, there was no universal healthcare in this country. Okay? Eventually, they saw it as a necessity for the country to survive, right? For the socio-economic to survive. They implemented it, and it has become a necessity. Back then,
Right.
they didn't consider health as a necessity. Healthcare as a necessity. So it changes with time. Your question is not answerable. It can only be said in a way that it changes with each individual, it changes with each country, and it changes with time as well. So necessity is an arbitrary term. Okay, that's my answer.
Now the government, like for example, right now India, okay, we take it for granted, for example, oxygen. Now,
Air pollution, right?
correct. Now India and Delhi, air pollution is so bad, they're saying oxygen is a right. They need to have clean air. Everyone has the right to clean air. But some people are not getting it. Most people are not getting it. Unless they have air purifiers at home, unless they have a closed loop system to clean their, things like that. Yeah, so you're right. Some people say, okay, even for example, South Africa dealt
Right
with
to
the
water.
drought. Right to water, exactly. Water was a hoarded resource, and they allowed private companies to hoard water. That was supposed to be public. Even in the fires in Los Angeles, instead of making the water accessible to the public, to the firemen to shut off the fires, water was kept private. Sold to companies for data warehouses, to big food conglomerates and things like that. It was sold to them. So they are necessities. That's basic level.
Yeah.
Again, go back to your basic needs, right? There's things that everybody needs, and there are things that only a few people need, and then they're lesser and lesser as you go up the ladder.
Okay. That was fun.
It was fun for me. Was it fun for you?
It was great for me. I'm just happy that I got one or two questions that you guys disagreed on.
It was just one.
It was
Just one. The magic happy pill. I'm not gonna.
I'm still gonna take it.
I still can't agree with you on that. Okay, I'm not gonna go into that again. Alright. Well, thank you guys for coming back on season 2. And I'll have you guys back again on season 3 with another round of chaotic questions. Okay, thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed.
You finished my chocolate.
No, nowhere near.
How many did you take? Like, let's count the wrappers.
3. Not too bad. That was considered a necessity.
Not at all. Complete indulgence.
His YouTube Prime, he's been juggling with the fact that should I and should I not.
Yes. Do it. You're not gonna regret it. Watching ads is not a necessity.
It is to him.
Paying for it is not a necessity.
How much do you pay a month for premium?
2 Starbucks coffees.
I don't drink coffee.
2 of her Starbucks coffees.
He doesn't drink coffee.
I drink homemade Tata Gold tea I drink.
1 pair of her shoes for 10 years worth of subscription.
Yeah, fair enough.
Your pair of shoes as well for
Fair
1 year subscription. Okay, I'm taking
I have the subscription. Don't judge me for it.
And he has a subscription. And he has... Okay, I'm taking this argument off the mic, you guys. See you guys again next week. This is Aman Pikalra, your host on Aman's Unfiltered.
Yes.